Mining Indaba's investment battlefield is one of the event's greatest draw cards, and this year's exploration winner is Matthew Grainger. Matt, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here.
Let's start off with congratulations.
Thank you.
So the one thing I want to ask is, in your opinion, having gone through the entire process, what do you think makes a winning company?
So it's a very, very, very good question. I think basically I've been in the industry for 20, 25 years. Most of my background has been in exploration. I think what makes a successful company is a company that's committed to exploration. It's committed to using shareholder money as carefully as possible to put money into the ground to make genuine discoveries. In the case of the company I'm involved with Alpha Exploration, we have a very strong technical team. We've done things very systematically in terms of the way we explore, and I think we're seeing that in terms of the results that we're getting back and the potential we have on our projects. And I think that's been reflected in the fact we, even in what is a difficult market for raising money, we just raised 4.2 million Canadian dollars back in December. We raised $9 million over the last 12 months, and that is relatively exceptional in the market, a tough junior market. I was listening to Rick Rule a couple of weeks ago in Vancouver, describe the market. We're currently in a sort of worse than 2016. So I think if you can be careful, very careful with shareholder capital, you can be systematic in the way you work, focused on results, then you could be successful. And I think with the work we're doing on our projects, we have the potential for some actually quite big discoveries, which is where we think the reward will come for our shareholders.
So let's unpack that work. What is the outlook for 2024? What are you working on?
So in 2024, we're currently drilling our key project at the moment. That will be completed the next 2 to 3 months. That's a 10,000 meter program. And that work is being done to underpin what we hope to be the second half of the year, which will be resource drilling. So we will look to drill out that target. Our expectations for the project, our objectives for the project are for this to be a very large discovery. And we think the geology that we're in has that potential. We also have 2 other projects. We have a porphyry project and a VMS project as well that are equally as prospective. We'll be doing some more work on those, potentially drilling the porphyry as well. And I guess the other element for 2024 is we're looking very, very seriously at Saudi. The Saudi government have been very proactive in terms of looking to attract investment. So a dual strategy for us is to potentially pick up licenses in Saudi, identical geology to where we're working in Eritrea at the moment, and to see if we can also take advantage of the opportunity that exists in that country.
From your perspective, what do you make of what's happening in the exploration side of things when it comes to activity on the continent?
That's a very good question. I think there's a few different themes there at play. Going back to the point I made earlier, we are in a difficult environment for raising capital. These junior exploration companies are reliant on typically retail investment to raise money. So that is hard. It's very hard for companies to raise money. Obviously, at the moment, a big theme is uranium. Some of the other companies gave very good pitches today, and they are uranium plays, and it's been interesting to watch that occur, and that whole market's turned around in the last few years. So uranium is a big story. I think one theme we are showing, unfortunately, is the geopolitical environment is getting more difficult in Africa, and that is meaning that certain countries that were highly prospective and good places to go into to work are now becoming challenging, and in some places it's making the opportunity smaller in terms of some of those places. But Africa has a huge mineral endowment, building a lot of technical expertise here. So I think the future for Africa is very, very positive, but you do have to be quite selective.
Yeah. Matt, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
For more insights, go to MITV on miningindaba.com.